Hi, welcome to SBRForum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing the 2013 Divisional playoffs in the NFL right now. And last week we went 4-0 with our guest professional handicappers in the wildcard round. One of those guys who gave us a winner last week was Jeff Cadillac from jeffcadillac.com, and he is back with us this week, hopefully to give us another winner in the division round. Jeff, thanks for being back with us.
Thank you, Peter. Thanks for having me.
Great pick on the Green Bay game last week.
Thank you very much, Peter.
All right, before we talk about the Baltimore-Denver game, which is the game you're going to talk about, plug jeffcadillac.com for about 10 seconds.
Okay, jeffcadillac.com. I've been analyzing all the NFL games this season, posting all my picks, even the recaps of every weekend, all for free on jeffcadillac.com.
Now we're going to talk about Baltimore at Denver. Denver's a 9.5 or 10-point home favorite. The line has been bet up a bit. I saw it open at 8 or 8.5. Various places like Heritage when it opened. Now it's 9.5 or 10. You know, Denver's been a great bet all year. Peyton Manning, obviously, having a great year, career year. Denver's 10-6 against the spread on the year. There is one stat, though, that makes me a little bit nervous. Manning is actually 0-3 in playoff games when the temperature at kickoff is less than 40 degrees, and it is expected to be cold for this game. Baltimore, though, they're getting a ton of points. Do you really trust Flacco and everyone else? Maybe you do. I don't know. Let's see what you have to say about it.
Well, I'll tell you something. I do not like Baltimore in this game, and I'll tell you why. They're coming off a very emotional weekend with Ray Lewis, and I think that team is now spent. They spent their emotion over in Baltimore. Ray Lewis announced that he was going to retire. He wanted to have a great home game, and he got it. Now he goes on the road against Denver. They met in Week 15, and look what happened in Week 15. The score of that game is Denver went to Baltimore. They were up 31-3 in that game. And that game, you know, it ended up 34-17, which really, if you just saw the final score, it wouldn't tell you the whole story. But Baltimore on the road, you know, the only team that they really beat with confidence this year on the road was their divisional rival, Pittsburgh.
Absolutely. No, you know, Baltimore, terrible, and specifically Flacco has not been good on the road at all. And, of course, you know, Peyton is leading Denver. They're looking like you know, probably a great Super Bowl team right now. But it's just 10 points, 9.5 points. That is so many freaking points in the NFL in general, especially for a playoff game. But you still think that it's worth a bet on Denver regardless?
I think Denver at home is going to do very well. They covered very well against the spread at home. Their only real loss was against Houston, and they didn't cover against, San Diego, some dummy touchdown at the end, so they didn't cover by half a point. But Denver also is #1 in the NFL on defense on third down conversions. And I did a little research on emotional games this year. On emotional games, the teams, Indianapolis had that one earlier in the season. Chuck Pagano, you know, he said he had the leukemia, he stepped out. Indianapolis won. Kansas City had the incident with Javon Belcher. They won that game. Indianapolis, Pagano comes back, they win the game. And then last week with Ray Lewis saying that, hey, I'm retiring, this is my last season, they won the game. But the following week,
right,
all 4 games, they all lost. And they all lost big because the emotion went like a roller coaster or went way down.
All right, well, you were right on the money with Green Bay last week, Jeff Cadillac, and you like Denver again, -9.5. We will see how this turns out. Thanks.